This is question 3 of the G324 evaluation task. What have you learned from your audience feedback? Well, for my film, which is the watching trailer, I learned quite a lot from the audience feedback, as they were quite positive generally, but they knew I needed to add stuff, probably a couple of too many shots of the antagonist, and they thought if we didn't show him at all, that probably would have been better, as it would have been more suspenseful. And they also thought that more action scenes and maybe more violence. The other problem was that I didn't have many characters. I just had myself and the antagonist. Didn't have any female characters, which led to diversity issues. And the props, there weren't many props. I just had the knife, and I think that's it. The costumes went quite well, especially the antagonist. It looked scary in just what he was wearing. The music didn't. Some people said the music was good in most places, but at the end and the climactic scenes didn't come in as well. So that was a problem. The title cards were widely received as great or okay. Not great, not that good. But yeah, generally they were okay. Maybe a bit too many of them, but I think you need to know a lot when it comes to a trailer. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think I wanted to add a voiceover for some of it, but I just didn't have time, or I just didn't think it would fit with my idea, as I changed my idea multiple times. So I think that's why my final product wasn't the best it could be, because it was my third attempt. As my first and second attempt were very different to this one, but I think this one is the most trailerish. I think that's what I was more going for, the more trailer element, because I think before I'd been going for an opening scene or something like that. Yeah, but this time I went more trailerish, which was obviously a positive because that was my brief. And I think that's pretty much it for the trailer analysis. The poster again was generally widely received as good, as the eye was seen as pretty effective and the hands. People also liked the text, which I was pleased about because I chose it out myself, obviously. And I thought it fit well with the horror genre because of the red, and it would look like it would be written by a crazy serial killer, which the film is based upon. I think that got kind of lucky with the eye, because I was just playing in Photoshop, working out how colours were working, and had this eye, and I just went all the things back and turns this awesome colour, kind of greyish brown, and looked really creepy. And I added that also to the hands. They both worked really well for some reason. I don't know why. So I think I got really lucky with that. People thought the logos and the credit block were a bit weird. I didn't edit the credit block that much. It was just a very basic your name, director name, actor name, and stuff like that. Could have edited that, which would have been better. And the logos, they're a bit weird because you don't really know where to put them, so it kind of ruins it a bit. People said they would buy a movie based on my poster, but only if they were really fans of the horror genre. And the people who didn't want to buy a movie based on my poster. They wouldn't really buy any movie based on a poster unless it was like a really good poster, like the best poster they've ever seen. But like, yeah, people generally were positive about the poster. I was positive myself because I was I'm going to brag, I was very impressed with myself. I saw it went well with a lot of like the horror conventions. I was like, there were a lot of eyes and hands. Some posters, eyes and hands. And they were very like vague, which I thought was clever. I was like, don't need much in a poster. It's just supposed to show like watch this film. Like, I think if it's vague, people get more interested into it. So like, you see a poster and you're like, I don't know what's going on. You're like, I want to see this movie to know what's going on. And obviously, like, I think the trailer and the poster go quite well together. It's both creepy and you don't really know what's going on, so you want to watch the film. So now for the magazine cover. It's understatement to say I'm not proud of my magazine cover, and there's a lot of improvements to be made. And, you know, I just generally don't think it went well. It kind of left at the last minute, so that's what bad on my part, but yeah, not super proud of it. But yeah, and my audience, let me know. It was a bit terrible. So yeah, there were some good things, obviously. No matter what you do, there's always positives. People generally like the way I edited the Empire thing, yeah, because it like fit with the horror genre. It's all red and burnt out and dragged down like dripping blood, which is effective. I like the positioning for me with my hand over my face. You may tell it's where I took the photo. Yeah, it's pretty white the positioning, like me covering my face since the watching. You can see me looking through the eye, so that was effective. Showing that I am a character. And like showing you want to see me. If you saw a magazine cover with me on it and you've seen the trailer, you're like, I want to read this magazine, or vice versa. Excuse me. The little like 6-page movie spread was quite effective. I was like, something has a big 6-page spread on it, and it must be important, it must be good, it must need the analysis. And yeah, it shows like the fact that the magazine company think it's an important movie as well, and then Empire being the ones to put it on there shows that it's big. Having other movies which are popular, like right now, on the cover also shows, in like smaller writing, it shows that my movie is more important than them. Like movies like Get Out and Power Rangers, that was the other one I put on there. And Logan, obviously, it's a big movie right now. And yeah, background also was a positive because it's black, it's a black background. It has connotations to horror, there's darkness and stuff. But yeah, enough of the positive, let's get the negative. It's just a picture of me, a couple words, a random word blodge, and the title. Doesn't really work well together. The random red blodge was... oh yeah, I forgot about the hand. See, it's not even rubber for me who made it. which is kind of a negative. But yeah, then that was kind of a positive. It was like someone grabbing out. It's kind of scary. Took them from my poster. But anyway, yeah. They look out of place too. Go back to the Red Lodge. I don't. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's kind of just there, hanging out. I can't say anything positive about it. You can see the green in the picture through my hair. That's negative. The words are kind of all over the place. There's no real rhyme or reason why they're there. I mean, the Empire logo at the top, and then underneath it, the This Bridge Red, that's the only positive I can think. The barcode's kind of weird. The date, they're kind of just in the corner. Not really noticed. I don't think you could scan that barcode, to be honest. Yeah. Picture, I'm a bit awkward in it. Kind of rushed it because I didn't want to see it because I was embarrassed by the picture. Because it's not a very good picture. Only shows half of my body, like that much of me. That's basically the picture. Don't really get to see much of me. Don't get to see my body or my lower half. So you don't get the full experience of the actor. You just get some of them. You get close up of them, but I don't think it's enough. I think there needs to be more on it. Before I talk about the audience thing, there needs to be more on it. There needs to be more information about the film. And less information about other films, because I focus more on the taglines of other films than I did on my own. Which is kind of weird. So I prioritized other films rather than my own. Excuse me. Wales also thinks that it's just generally looks a mess. Nothing really goes together. No positives, obviously, but I just don't think it went well. I don't think anyone would see a film if they saw that. I don't think they'd buy the magazine, to be honest. They'd be like, what is this? No, I wouldn't. My audience wouldn't. So, yeah, the magazine was deemed a failure by me and my audience. So yeah, that's what I learned from my audience feedback on my magazine cover.